Get off your phone.
I'm doing what I got to do. I'm tweeting out there. We're doing our podcast. Don't be rude on our marriage podcast. It's rude that you would start a fight when we're talking about how not to fight. And I think that we shouldn't do that. Let's get going here. This is our podcast. This is our idea. How did we get on this idea?
I don't know. But, it's funny. I was just talking to your sister, and you were calling me, and I said, being with your brother 7 days a week. 7 days a week. I'm with Vinnie, always yelling, Vicky, where are you? Vicky, what are you doing, Vicky? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's important that we tell people this is a podcast about marriage and how we make ours work and how we think you can help yours. And I don't know why we think we're experts at this.
We don't.
We don't. But we see a lot of people, and we steal their ideas, and we bring them here.
Yeah.
And we talk about them here, and we make it fun. And this is a tough time to be married because you're stuck with people, just like you said, 7 days a week. And we're getting it done. You're happy, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't think anybody is going to follow our advice if you're just fine. Yeah.
No, because you don't want to be that person who's like, oh, my God, everything's so great. Just listen to us.
I am that way.
No, but you have to be realistic.
I'm always.
There are days like today when, you're going on about something and I'm like, shut it down. And
when was I going on?
See, that's the difference. You were explaining something to me. I didn't want to hear it anymore.
When was I going on?
This morning you were talking about emails, deleting emails.
About what?
Deleting emails.
Okay, here's what I was going on about. My email server emailed me and said, you have 89,000 emails. You got to clear them out or we're shutting you down.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, you didn't know that, and I'll tell you why. Because our first point today is on how to be happily married. And one of them is to listen to your spouse and celebrate their little victories.
Woohoo! I deleted emails.
Guess who didn't do that this morning? Oh, Miss Saucy Pants over here. Because all I was trying to tell you is I have deleted 27,000 emails in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have 77,000.
Right.
Because apparently it archived some other ones.
Right.
So I was really jammed up. But one of the ways I think it's important to have a good marriage, you have to listen to your spouse. And this morning I was trying to talk to Vicki, and I go, she's getting ready to leave, and I go, hey, you got to hear this about the email. And she goes, I don't have time for that right now.
It's a lot of talking in our house, a lot of talking.
So then I drove Vicki and my little one to school to drop them off. Mm-hmm. And what I said to you is, had you just given me, it took you longer to say you didn't want to hear me than it would have taken to hear me.
Yeah, but sometimes you want to put stuff in my brain that my brain just doesn't want at that time.
Okay, what didn't you want about I
didn't
deleted
want
an
it.
email? Whoa! Slow down. Too much for this marriage, okay? I can't even imagine that in divorce court. Tell me, Mrs. Brand, what happened then? He was deleting emails. Oh, he gets half. Okay, but I think genuinely we do listen to each other.
Yeah.
Generally. And I think that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because don't we have friends that don't listen?
I mean, I think that you do. You have to try and listen, and you have to try to take in other person's feelings.
And here's the key to listening, right? Because anyone can hear the words, right? You hear the words is one thing, but that's not listening, right? Listen, if you want to have a good marriage, you got to hear what they're saying. And I want you to hear this. This morning, you were rude to me.
Right. But I also think to have a good marriage is sometimes you don't need to know everything.
You what?
Sometimes you don't need to know everything.
Deleting emails is not something you have to hide,
No,
okay?
no,
you hide an affair, okay? You hide an affair. You don't hide, I deleted emails. You son of a bitch. Did you delete my Pottery Barn coupon?
No, but you have done things like you threw away all my plastic bags one day. And I said, Vinnie, did you throw away all my plastic bags? And you said, no, you didn't need them anyway. And you did throw them away.
But I lied.
You lied and then admitted
I never
it.
lie.
No.
I didn't lie. I said yes. You didn't need them.
No, you said no because Michelle was there. Your sister Michelle was there. And she
I
couldn't
said,
stop
no, you
laughing.
didn't need them?
You said no, and then you said you didn't need them.
What plastic bags were we talking about? The ones.
I save all the plastic bags from the grocery store.
Yeah,
Reuse
and,
them.
and what did I say to you? How, in God's name, is a dolphin going to get tangled up in this thing if they're in your drawer the whole day? So I think it's important that you communicate, right?
Yeah.
And that you carve out that time to be able to say, hey, this is on my mind. And you have to receive that without it becoming about you. That's really the big key, right? So this morning, you made the emails about you.
No, I didn't. I just didn't want to hear it. I just didn't want to hear it.
Why? Why wouldn't you want to hear?
I don't know. I think that's relatable. There are times when you just don't want to hear something, and that's fine.
So what's your advice on the marriage then when you don't want to hear it?
Say,
Shut it down. He starts yapping, and you shut it down. Fast and hard.
I think that works well. Yeah.
I think you listen very well, and I think that's an important thing. I have a lot of respect when I see an exchange between people that are married for a long time where they really listen. But I've seen a lot of marriages that all of the tension and all of the fight and all of the disharmony is really listening with it's about me ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say, I don't like this house.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And, you don't want to be, you don't want to retire in New Jersey.
No, I don't.
And I could make that about me. I could say, well, why don't you like New Jersey? Is that me? And that's part of the listening. I think you can't listen and make it about you. You got to be able to listen and go, this is what this person that I'm married to has on his or her mind.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
And I think this morning you could have heard my email.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. So here we are, not fighting.
So what do you think the most important part is in terms of communication back and forth?
I think
listening
sometimes, I honestly think sometimes just letting things just roll with it, not worry about it, not always making an issue out of everything.
So would you say the other part of listening and knowing how to listen, the important part is knowing how to communicate it, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the other thing, is you can't communicate it in a way that makes it easy for the other person to say, right? So you don't say to me, well, I feel trapped in New Jersey because of you.
No.
Right? Now you have said you think I don't want to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've said, what I want?
Said I don't want to move.
No, what I said is
You've said it.
you shouldn't always listen. You can't listen to everything. No, what I said is I want to make more money.
Yeah.
So we can have a base in New Jersey because I love New Jersey.
Yeah.
In so many ways, but I don't love the tax environment.
No.
And I don't like the fact that I can't do the things I want to do. I want to necessarily, there's some things I don't like. I want to be able to carry if I want to carry. And I know that always slips into my conversation. But let's face facts. If you're carrying, the service of the diner is always better. So
All right, that's it.
So I think it's important. The other part of listening, what are you tapping me for?
It's time, Vinny.
What do you mean?
It's over. Mark gave us the light.
You gave us a light already?
Yes.
I think that was a crappy podcast. We didn't give them anything. We have to give them a little bit more. They're not going to listen if we don't give them a little more.
I think that was just fine.
It was fun, but I mean, if your marriage is in trouble and you tune into us to save your marriage, and all we said is delete your emails. I don't know.
I think that is great marriage advice. Delete your emails in silence.
Listen. I'll never tell you about my deleted emails again.
Thank you.
But I'm going to delete that my ass off tomorrow.
Okay,
No, I think the most important part of today's is learn how to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to express it without making it about the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to know how you sound,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need to be able to. Will you stop looking at your watch? We're going to break up in our marriage advice show.
The bottom line is accept others as they are. So Vinny likes to talk. I like to move things along. There.
That's how our marriage works.
Yeah.
We respect each other, except right now. Vicky's not accepting. Or respecting the fact.
Blah, blah,
Mark,
blah,
was it
blah.
good enough? Was it good enough, Mark? Did we give him enough? You think so, Mark? You gonna save your relationship with your crystal?
Yeah. All right.
All right,
All right,
listen,
thank
we'll be
you.
back with more fun stuff. And thanks for tuning in. Listen,
Thanks.
follow Vinnie_Brand on Twitter. Follow Vinnie_Brand on Instagram. Follow Vinnie Brand. I think it's comedian.
No, it's comic.
Can you look it up?
Yeah.
Look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. I don't know what my handle is on Facebook because it's mine, but I should know it. Hang on, I'm going to look right now. Because here's the thing. We want you to follow. And
Oh, you're right. Vinnie Brand comedian.
Vinnie Brand comedian. And what I want you to do, we have a Facebook page, Stress Factory Facebook page. We put videos up. Please go watch them. You might be here watching one right now for all I know. Spread the word. We're here for you. We love you. That's it. We're signing out.
Yeah, we're signing out.
Signing out.